Hey everyone. I have been away at work for the last 2.5 weeks, and I finally got an opportunity to get away after I got home, and I was fortunate enough to catch Thanksgiving dinner at my mom's with my family, and that was nice. Um, I was not sure I was going to post this next video. I have overthought it, and I have reviewed the video a bunch of times, and I guess I was just nervous to put myself out there. It's kind of an emotional one, I guess. Honestly, it was hard to hit record that day, for sure. A friend of mine had called me and told me that she almost decided one day that she was going to take her life. And it broke me. I held it together on the phone, but I didn't do very well after. We'll get into that some more in the video. But I started talking about mental health and how hard it is to keep going when you feel so alone. And I think we've all felt that way at some point in our lives. I know I have. But I have decided to put the video out there for one very specific reason. And I promised that when I started this channel, Backcountry Companion, that I would keep things real. Not polished, not perfect, maybe a bit messy, but real. And this next video is kind of just from the heart. So I just want to say that if you are struggling, please know that you are not alone, even though you might feel that way. Sorry. Oh, man, it's a hard conversation. It's a hard topic, and we all, I guess, put off having these conversations, but I don't want to do that. I want to have the hard conversations, even when they hurt. So I just want you to know that I care, and there are so many other people out there that do care, and there's a lot of resources out there as well for those people who do need help. And I will have some of that information and resources at the end of the video, and I will also post some links because they're so important, and there are some resources out there that are new that people don't know about. So I can't wait to talk about that, and I hope that it might help you. So let's talk about the things that matter. For the love of God, let's talk about it. Even when they hurt. Hey everyone, Jeremy here, Backcountry Companion. I'm at work today, and I am in the middle of nowhere in British Columbia. To be more specific, I'm between Prince George and Vanderhoof, and I'm on my way back towards home. Fortunately, I'm able to stop today and go and visit a good friend. We've known each other for a long time, haven't seen her. I think it's been at least 6 years, which is ridiculous. You know, we live 6 hours apart, which is a challenge, but it's not unsurmountable. So, anyway, this is just going to be a really real thing. I don't know what to say exactly, so I'm just going to say what's on my mind. And I'll probably bleep out the swears, because there's probably going to be a few. I am at a loss for words right now, in both good and bad fashions, honestly. So I think we all know that mental health is no joke. Like, it's serious stuff. And I struggle with mine at times. If you saw my introductory video, the 7-minute long one, I'll probably post a link to it down below. If you would like to watch it, you can. it's just so damn important, and it's such a fundamentally broken system. When people need help the most, they can't get it. You know, it's hard to fathom. If your liver is malfunctioning, if your kidneys are having a problem, if you have a heart problem, you're into the hospital and they take care of you quickly, usually here in Canada. I've heard other stories in the States, it costs you a fortune, but I don't know if that's true. I've never had to deal with it. But I can say through personal experience here in Canada with the mental health avenue, it's a f***ing joke, man. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So, as I mentioned in that first video, I was diagnosed with complex PTSD. I was a firefighter as a young man. Dealt with some really horrific stuff, and this the kind of things that all firefighters see, all paramedics see, all police officers see. It's tragic stuff, you know. But we all have our own traumas, and what I have found in my 47 years on this planet is that trauma has so many different avenues. Like, trauma is trauma, whether that's PTSD because of the things that I've seen and dealt with throughout my life, not just that small window on the fire department, but there's been so many other things. But all of these different traumas, whether it be physical, sexual abuse, just mental anguish, PTSD, ADHD, all of these things, like, I think we all have some letters at the end of our name, and all of them are hard, but they oftentimes lead to a very similar consequence, which is just an overwhelming need for help, for connection. And like, in this digital world that we live in, we're so f***ing connected, but we've lost our connection, the proper connections with people. Like, I feel fortunate. I really feel fortunate and blessed that people come to me and they trust me enough and they are willing to confide in me and talk to me when they are struggling. I appreciate it, and it honestly warms my heart. It does. It really does. It's like, oh, but Jesus, Lord Almighty, there are times when it just breaks my heart. I got a phone call an hour ago from a friend of mine. I will not mention names, nor will I ever. It's part of the trust factor. But this person called me and told me that they are going to liquidate their assets for their business, and they are going to sell off their business for a number of different reasons, but the majority of those reasons relate directly to their stress level and their mental health. And what they told me during this conversation was that they were going out to have a meetup. I'm trying to be careful with how I word things so I don't give this person's identity away. I would never break their trust because they're damn good people. Anyway, they're going out for this event with friends. But this person's stress level is so high, and their mental health has diminished so much that they thought about taking the easy way out of this realm of existence. I think I can say that without being censored. And I had to bite my tongue so hard to not let the tears just come out of my face. I wish I was there to give them a giant hug and just tell them it'll be okay. But it's not okay, man. It's not okay. I have lost 3 friends in my life. with them taking their own. That is gut-wrenching. Absolutely gut-wrenching. It has touched all of us. So I did my best to console them and comfort them. But it's hard. I would rather bear the weight of someone else's problems or their tears on my shoulder than bear the weight of their casket, man. Any day. It's hard though. Taking on other people's weight has its challenges, but they're worth it. That's why I want to build this. So I know there's more of us out there. I know there is. There's always good people on this planet. Sometimes we seem like we have to search a little harder to find those people. That is part of my mission with this channel, is to find a whole bunch of them, like you, like me, that are the helpers in the world. Always look for the helpers. If you ever watched Mr. Rogers as a kid, you know that one. We need so many more helpers out there to help our friends and our family and our colleagues and recognize when they're struggling. So many people hide it so well. I sat down and I thought about how I'm going to do this video. And I was trying to be not this, but it's hard. The thought of losing someone else to that is just unfathomable. It's so hard to think about. I don't want all my videos to be like this. I don't, but man, what a struggle to, I've been struggling lately to feel positive. I'm doing my best, but man, there's a lot of people struggling. My phone rings a lot, and you know, those who are close to me know what I'm doing with this channel. I'm just getting started, but I've been talking about it for a long time, kind of procrastinating because I'm really good at that, but it's like I struggle with my own mental health, and I don't always feel like I have someone to talk to, you know, but I also understand that I have lots of friends that I could talk to, so I don't know why I struggle with reaching out. I've got brothers that I consider like they're my own blood. I don't, you know, that's just the way it is. And I know I could talk to them, but I'm 47, and I guess we have all just been raised in my generation to not talk about our mental health, but I'm trying to break that stigma. I'm trying to smash it. I want to change that, and if I can change that mentality in just one person and keep one more person here another day, man, that would be worth it. Worth every struggle, worth every minute that I'm doing these videos and learning how to talk to this camera and just learning how to talk to people and getting better with real connection with people, the ones that matter. I'm sorry for being emotional. It's just so bloody hard to not be. I am a soft-hearted guy, and you know, I've got soft-hearted children, and I am so happy that they are soft. They have the opportunity to be that way because of what these hands are doing now, working hard and providing them the opportunity to have an easier life. I am trying to be the person in my family that absolutely destroys generational trauma. There's so much trauma on both sides of my family. Like my mom's side and my dad's side. Different traumas, but man, both of them terrible. We'll probably talk about that at a later time. Sorry, I'm trying to pay attention to driving. It has just been one of those days where, man, my emotions are all over the map. Started out super positive. I was tired as hell, but man, coffee's good. And I managed to find some of that right outside my hotel, which was cool. I'm going to pull in here. So this friend, like, we talked about their mental health. We spoke about my mental health. I was trying to show them that I care. And it made me realize a few different things, all of them fundamental and big. Number one is, when I was done talking to them on the phone, I promised myself that never again will I ever try to script anything with this channel. It's gonna be real. Yeah, really real. Man, what a heavy day. So, the mental health system in Canada, I don't know how it is in other places. But in Canada, I spoke with my doctor and I tried to get the help that I knew I needed. And when I knew that I needed help, I reached out because it was important. And what they kind of just try to do is prescribe you a bunch of drugs. Here, try this. Go away. That's what it felt like. It has always felt like that. Not saying my doctor's bad, because she's not. She took care of my father when he was dying with cancer very, very well, which is why I respect her so much. Come on, lady. Let's go. You can go. And anyway, I asked for a referral to talk to a psychologist to get a proper diagnosis, to just really figure out what's going on and how I can help fix myself. I'm a very good advocate for myself and for my family and for my friends. So yeah, I was just struggling to get this appointment. So I got the referral. And not even a joke, 2.5 years later, I got a phone call. And they said at that time, okay, no problem. We have an appointment for whatever, next Wednesday or whatever it was. A couple days down the road after the phone call. So I made sure I was home. It was going to be a phone call, not an in-person appointment, because they don't do that. Not first, anyway. So this phone call was... I got the call from the actual psychologist's assistant, and she told me that the doctor would be calling me back after this preliminary, Q&A session. So we did this Q&A session. 45 minutes I spent on the phone reliving all of the things that cause me grief. And after that 45 minutes, this assistant person said, okay, the doctor is going to call you back shortly after she's reviewed this information. So I got a phone call 5 minutes later. And what she said was, and this is almost verbatim, "Hi Jeremy, this is Dr. XYZ, and I've reviewed your information here, and I think what we really want to do in this case is get you started on this medication and this medication." I said, hold on, I'm just going to stop you there. She's like, what? And I said, are you kidding me? She said, pardon me, and I'm like, did I stutter? I'm sorry. But I waited 2.5 years to get a referral to a psychologist. I'm going to just relive all of the in my life that has caused me trauma with your assistant. You're going to spend 5 minutes of your life and then just say, here, try these drugs. Let's see what happens. I just hung up the phone. I was beyond upset. And I realized that unless I was absolutely broken, which I'm not, I have days, but I'm not broken. I'm damaged, I'm battered, and I'm bruised, but I'm not broken. And I just knew then and there that I would never truly get the help that I thought I needed. And this system is so broken. It's pathetic. It is like I said earlier, if you've got heart, lung, liver, kidney disease, or health, like something's going bad with those, instantaneous help almost. You know, you're in, they're diagnosing, they got a plan, they're going to fix you. For the most part. I know there's things, but but if your brain is short circuiting, having some trouble, you've got mental health issues, you do not get the help you need. You don't. At least from my experiences and the experiences of others around me, that their stories sound so similar that they want help. They're looking for help. They want a way out of the darkness that they are in, but they are struggling to find it. And so many people right now are struggling, myself included. I'm a good actor. I hide it well. I think a lot of people hide it well. And I think men especially, and I'll never be a gender specific thing about mental health, because we all have our struggles. Like, and I don't underrate any of them. They're all important. They all matter. We all matter. But man, the men in my life that I know, there's so many that are struggling. So many. And we keep it inside. We don't talk. That's what I am here to stop. And I want to create a channel for people to talk, and a community of kindness and compassion. This person that called me today, she hasn't told anybody that she almost made a very bad decision. And they were crying on the phone, and God, it breaks my heart. I wish there was more that I can do. And I'm trying to come up with ways. This is one thing. What I'm doing right now is one thing that I can do, is to talk about it. Create awareness and create an understanding that it is okay. It is okay to talk about your mental health. It's not illegal. It's not against the law. It doesn't make you a pussy. Like, I know some pretty tough people, but tough doesn't mean strong. Those are two different things. Being tough is easy. Being strong, that's hard. And talking about your mental health, that is one of the bravest things you can do. Because the only person that's like, oh my God, I don't even know how to say that without sounding like an asshole. But it's like, taking that easy way out is not the way to do it, man. I think a lot of us have had those thoughts. Like, I have. We'll talk about that later. I don't want to talk about that right now. But I think a lot of us have been into some dark places in our lives and struggled mentally and physically, like maybe, whatever. Trauma is trauma. It all has a very similar outcome, is what I have found. I see so many people self-medicating, like drugs, alcohol. That's what I believe that a lot of addiction is. Self-medicating. Trying to get rid of the ghosts. Trying to find that moment of peace where those things aren't tearing at you. I used to think when I drank that just getting hammered would be a solution to my problems. It's not. It is a catalyst to creating a whole ton, like a metric ton of more problems. It nearly cost me my marriage. It cost me years of seeing my kids grow up, missing family functions, just being a general idiot. Like, these are the real conversations that I want to have with you, with us. Like, I hope this turns into a place where people will just bloody talk. I'm going to try to create resources for you to talk. I don't know what that means yet, but I just keep thinking that I need to do something to create an outlet, a system, just something. I will never say that's a pipe dream. I think that's a goal. That's one of my goals for my life, is to create a legacy of kindness. I have done a lot of that already. I've done a lot of things, a lot of good things. But sometimes those good things lead to more mental anguish at times. I don't know how to, we'll get there another time, but in a profound, very sincere way, when I am able and fortunate enough to do something good for someone else, the very profound and strong side effect of that is that it makes me feel better too. On a, like, in a fundamental way, it reminds me who the hell I am and what I'm capable of. Because when I decide that I'm going to help someone or help a thing, like, I have volunteered a lot of my time, my money, just my soul into helping others. And when I have done that, I walk away from it with a very profound sense of satisfaction. Like I have done something to make a difference for someone else. I have tattoos on my body of a biblical quote that was sent to me by a family, and I haven't even met them in person yet. And it means the world to me that people see that of me. And when I get those types of messages and those kind of comments, it means so much. It means that what I am aiming to do is working. Man, I think I'm going to stop this here, but if you have an opportunity, or you sense that one of your friends or co-workers, colleagues, family members is struggling, and you're capable and comfortable with reaching out to them and asking them if they are okay. So many people just, what do they say? I'm fine. If they are saying that and they are looking the way they are, chances are they're not fine. I've said I'm fine a whole lot in my life, and I have not been fine. I am not perfect, far from it. Work in progress, and I will always be that. But we can only go one day at a time. And every day I set out, I joke around a lot, and I'm a bit of a kidder, and I like to give people a hard time. I do excel at that. But I do it in a fashion that's fun. Like, just giving, a little bit of ribbing or fun, just having a good sense of humor and poking a little fun at someone, have a little fun, it's enjoyable. And it puts a smile on someone's face, and that smile they get on their face from me being an idiot, it might be the only smile they get that day. I don't know, but I think that way. And if I can put a smile on someone's face, how much does that cost me? Exactly that many dollars. And very little time. So if you can put a smile on someone's face today, please do it. That's all. Hey everyone, if you made it through that video, thank you. I know it was a little bit hard to watch in spots for some of you, I'm sure. I know it was difficult for me to record. If you or anyone you know is struggling with your mental health, there's a really amazing resource that's available in the USA and Canada, and that is the phone number 988. That phone number you can either call or you can text. If you're uncomfortable talking with someone, you can text, which I think might be a really good avenue for some folks. That number will get you immediate mental health assistance anywhere in North America. So, amazing service. I hope that more things come out like that globally. But as of right now, I'm not familiar with any other services like that outside of North America, but what there is a website. It's called findahelpline.com. And that website will help you get resources that you need no matter where you are. So be sure to pass that along if you do know someone who is struggling. Just simply a phone number. And I just want to do a quick reminder that you are not a burden. You're not. I have felt that way myself, and I still do at times. You are not broken either. You're human. And being human means being messy. We all have our struggles, but I believe in 2025 it's probably more pertinent than ever to reach out when you need help. I believe that talking about mental health is slowly, still very slowly, becoming less stigmatic. And I hope that even if I can just get one person to reach out, that's a huge win, and that's all I want. I don't really care about anything else. I don't need money. I don't need stuff. I like to help. It's kind of how I was raised, how I like to be. I wasn't always the best person on the planet, but as I've gotten older and I've had children, you just learn to be a little more compassionate, just care a little bit more. And I believe that the very sole purpose that we are here on this earth for is to help other people. Just spread some love. It's not always easy. I kind of suck at it at times. And I'm a terrible procrastinator, but I'm doing my best, and that's all I can ask of myself. I push myself when I can. Today, I pushed myself to the point of being frozen out here in these wonderful mountains. But I will say it's quite cold today. So I stopped, made a fire. I have got more layers on than a 7-layer dip. So I'm going to call that a wrap today. And the answer to the question, is my friend okay? Yeah, she is. I've reached out to her a couple times since then, and just to touch base, and she's made some major changes in her life to reduce her mental health anguish and stress. So I think that's a lesson for all of us. Sometimes you need to make some ridiculously hard decisions and hang on to those decisions with everything you have to protect your sanity, to protect your peace, to protect your mental health. If that means cutting people out of your life, so be it. If that means changing jobs or career paths, so be it. Just do whatever it takes to be as happy as you're able to, and try to lend a hand up to some others along the way. I think that's it. Thank you very much for being with me today here at Backcountry Companion. I appreciate you.